Before I get started, I'm going to ask you to subscribe, like, comment, share. If you think that somebody else would likes this video, send it to them, so on. Today's topic is about overbearing mothers, overprotective mothers. This one is a little deep, so I actually had to take notes and do a little research because there's a lot. Usually my videos are off the top of my head, but this was a lot. So I was like, you know what, let me do a little research before. I don't want to forget anything or overlook anything. Okay. This comes in many forms, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be a mother. A father could do it to a daughter. A mother could do it to a daughter. But the classic idea of the overbearing mother is the mother and the son. And it's referred to as the eatable mother. This is a theory developed by Freud. Freud was the one that recognized it, and he labeled it and explained it. So first you have to discuss what a mother's role is. So a mother's role when a baby is born is to nurture it and protect it and care for it and love it like no one else, because that's their role. That's what they have to do in order for the baby to survive, especially before it's a toddler, right? When it's an infant, that's what needs to be done, okay? And the mother instinctively loves this child so much that everything else comes second, and the baby is first. The infant is first. This is a biological instinct by mothers. There's a famous portrait of Mary holding up Jesus. Right? They're holding up like this. I'm going to put the picture up. And then at the same time, she's holding up Jesus, but at the same time, she's stepping on the head of a serpent. So what she's doing is she's protecting Jesus from the serpent. She's protecting her baby from the evil, which is completely and totally instinctual and good, until the baby starts developing on his own, right? So I got to see what I wrote here because I can't remember everything. So what happens is once the kid starts becoming a toddler, a child, a teen, a teenager, a young adult, if the mother continues to treat him as an infant, he is going to act as an infant. You're going to develop into an infant son of a man-child, if you will, right? Now, this could be so great, and what happens is you actually destroy your son and turning him into a man, because he's a man by size, but he's not a man in any other capacity, right? He takes on no responsibility. He knows nothing. He can't do anything. So the classical sense is basically the mother really does this. I am going to do everything for you. Everything. Just don't leave. Right? Now, this is very common today because how many single mothers there are. There are a lot more single mothers there are now than ever. So what inevitably happens is that they replace what they don't have, a husband or a man in her life, with her son. So things like companionship. I need you here. I don't want to be alone. So inevitably, I'll do everything for you. Just don't leave. And then this person can't do anything for himself. And then indirectly, he can't meet another woman, because no woman wants a man who can't take care of himself. No woman wants to take on a man who wants another mother or needs another mother. So majority of the time, the girls run away. which is what the mother wants to begin with, right? All right. Okay, I'm trying to look at my notes because I know I wrote a lot here because I can't remember everything because this one's pretty deep. Okay, right. Now I'm remembering, right? Okay. Example. Let's say you take your kid to the playground and there is like one of those rocking horse things, right? And the mother takes the kid. He wants to go on the horse. The mother takes the kid, puts him on the horse, right? Kid rocks him down. Mother takes the kid, takes him off the horse, right? Wants to go back. She takes the kid, puts him on the horse. Takes it, takes it down the horse. Okay. You see, the number one rule in parenting. Now, again, I don't have kids. Okay, I just see what my brothers do and so on and so forth. So please don't scream at me. I don't know how do I have kids, but I know that the number one rule in parenting is don't do something for your children they could do for themselves. But that means you have to teach them to do it for themselves. So if this kid had a father and the kid goes, I want to go on the ride, the little rocking horse, the father goes, all right, well, put your first foot up on here. Then put your second foot up on here. Throw your right leg over. And then put your left foot into the little buckle and put your right foot into the buckle. And now you're on. He teaches him to do it so you don't need your parents anymore. And that is the primary role of a father. Mother is compassion. The father is to teach you and discipline you so you can get on with your life without us. Because what you're doing is you're not raising children. You're sooner or later creating an adult. And this can go several ways. You can create a responsible, wonderful human being that is going to go on and take responsibility for himself and not be afraid to take on the world. And that means family, career, having children of his own, other endeavors, so on and so forth. Or you do everything for him and this person never becomes a well-developed adult, maybe even to the point where he never leaves the nest. Okay? All right, sorry, I wrote so much stuff down for this one. I can't remember everything because I was like, for I don't know how long, I was like Googling stuff and thinking and writing it down and whatnot. All right, so the problem is you can't protect your kids forever. It's impossible to protect them forever. The only thing you could do is prepare them, teach them, and make them strong. Because as we've seen in recent times, tragedy and disaster is always around the corner. And a responsible adult needs to be able to handle that. A responsible adult can't be hiding in his mom's bed. He needs to be able to deal with life and deal with it with confidence. Oh boy. Okay, so a mother, most times, I'm going to say all times, but most times, I mean, maybe there's exceptions to every rule. Mothers generally can't play both roles. They generally can't be the nurturer and the disciplinary role, okay? Because they run contrary to each other. One is very emotional and loving, and the other one is, hey, lace up your boots. We got to go. It's time to move on with your life. It is very difficult for one person to hold both roles. So this rise of overprotective mothers is due to the fact that the both roles aren't shared anymore. If you have single mothers at an all-time high, then the majority of discipline is going to fall by the wayside. Usually that's the father's role, right? So with a mom doing this, what happens is she's saying to herself, she's not saying it at all. She's doing it in her actions. I will do everything for you, just don't leave. Okay. And then she wants to replace her son with her husband, companionship, maybe things around the house, fixing things around, all different types of things, right? Now, this manipulation, if you will, to keep her son close could happen in different ways. The most common way is the one I've said. That is the classical sense. The one I've said is, I'm going to take care of you. You do nothing. You can you don't have to do anything. Just don't leave. The other ways that this happens is through guilt. If you're a single mother and you're home and you can't do everything on your own, you make your child do things around the house, clean the gutters, fix this, fix that, pay bills, so on and so forth, right? And then how can you leave? How can I leave my mother when I know she can't do this on her own? And it is a very manipulative strategy, which involves guilt and emotion. If you are an only child and you are a boy and your mother has given you the responsibilities of taking care of the house and taking care of her, the amount of stress and guilt he's going to have leaving is going to be outrageous, so outrageous that he might not leave. And then again, what happens is inevitably another woman, another girl is going to be turned off from this because you are a mama's boy. You do everything for her. You can't leave her. No woman wants to be second, not even behind your mother. And mothers have to understand this, and well-balanced mothers understand this. They say, your wife and your family comes first now. I'm fine. I did my job. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. But a lot of times that's not the case. Another way mothers do this is just out and out being passive aggressively nasty, right? And making you feel guilty, but being nasty about it. Things like you're nothing without me. You're worthless without me. You can't do anything without me. And then if there is a mother, excuse me, please. Sorry, I'm thinking too hard. If there is a girl that's actually interested in this guy, that same mother will have no problem passively aggressive insulting her until she leaves. And if she doesn't leave, there is going to be constant stress. And these two people will not get along. They'll hate each other. She's no good for you. She doesn't, he'll continuously run to his mother. If he has an argument with his wife about something that he's not responsible, not living up to, or not whatever, he goes running back to his mother because his mother's going to console him. And thereby creating more stress between his mother and his wife or girlfriend or whatnot. Now, most girls don't want to deal with this, and but some girls do because they like the idea of having a man that is just useless, because they like to be in control and being manipulative. So inevitably what happens is you wind up, if this man actually does date or does wind up with a wife, you actually wind up with the same kind of person. Because if you're useless, there's only one type of person you could possibly be with, and that's somebody that needs to do everything for you. Okay. Here's the biggest problem with being this kind of mother. When you're young, you are full of potential. That's all you are when you're a child, is nothing but potential. And then sooner or later, you get to a point where you have to make a decision in your life where you're going to give up this potential and actually use it to be responsible. You're sacrificing the potential, and now you have to put it into effect. Okay? Because if you don't, if you're 22 years old and you're a fuck up, people go, well, he's a kid. You know, he's got to straighten his head out. He'll be fine. But then if you don't make any progress and don't accept any responsibility and don't move on, now you're 32. Now it's not funny anymore. Now it's not you're a kid anymore. Now you're worthless. What have you been doing for the last 10 years? Nothing. Now you're worthless. You're not responsible. You can't take care of yourself. You can't take care of anybody. And you can't deal with tragedies and disasters that are right around the corner that are going to happen. It is inevitable, especially this year in 2020. Oh, we've seen a lot, and we've all had to adjust. See what else I wrote. I don't remember. Okay, so also, time waits for nobody, right? That's it. I don't need this anymore, right? No. I don't need this crap anymore. Okay. Time waits for nobody. So whether you decide that you're going to move on, okay? Because let's be clear, okay? A mom could do this. A son doesn't have to agree to do it, okay? The mother is afraid to be alone and do for herself. And that makes it difficult for the son to leave. But you get to a certain age where you can make the decision, and it's almost a reverse of roles. I have to leave, so my mother has no choice but to do these things on her own, right? I know it's easier said than done, because a lot of times these women have such a hold on their son that they don't want to let them go. I mean, there have been times where it looks like they let them go, seems like they're out on their own, but if you scratch the surface, there's always a little something. There's always something to keep him coming back, right? If he's too comfortable and he fails, he's going to come running back. When you give up your potential and you aren't a child anymore, you are going to go through life endeavors. You are going to go to school and you graduate, and that's a small accomplishment. And then you get a career, which is a bigger accomplishment. And you get a family, which is a bigger accomplishment. And then maybe if you have the potential, you make investments, or open up some kind of other business, or do something on the side, or take on a new hobby that is difficult. And here's the thing, every time you make a decision to take something new on in life, that potential is reignited, because you don't know how well this is going to go. This could blow up. This could be tremendous. I'll give you a stupid example. This YouTube channel, it's full of potential. I just started a couple of months ago. I don't know where it's headed. I'm doing everything I can to make it blow up. It might not. Full of potential. I'll give you a better example. My brothers are, I look up to them. They've always been, the men in my life that I've looked up to. So they were contractors, and they've become contractors, which reignites the potential in your career. And then they accomplished that. My one brother went on to invest in investment properties. Again, potential. He in his first investment, it was stressful, and he was full of potential, and he did it. Now I think he has like 3 or 4. I'm not 100% sure, right? My other brother decided he's going to do General contracting, again, full of potential. Or they're going to buy the building that they work in, so it's theirs, and they don't have to rent anymore. Once again, you reignite all these, if you will, young-like feelings again, right? Because when you go into a new role or decide to go into a new endeavor, that you have all those feelings again of potential, stress, walking into something that you're unsure of. It could be exciting. It's anxiety. It's like the first day of school. Only adults that have been raised right could deal with this. Adults that have had everything done for them will never try a new endeavor. Never. Because everything has been done for them. They don't know how to work and react and be responsible. And there is a built-in fear of trying anything new. And that's the saddest part. The saddest part is when a woman destroys her son because of being an overbearing, overprotective woman and is afraid of being alone, doesn't want to have to be alone, and lacks companionship. The worst part is you're destroying this person's potential to become actually something, for lack of a better word, lack of a better term. That kid could really turn into an adult that becomes responsible, has a wonderful family, makes a great living, and isn't afraid of the disaster and tragedies that are coming around. And they're around the corner all the time. You know, you might have a nice stretch where life is wonderful. Sooner or later, boom, it hits you in the face and it wallops you, man. And you got to be ready for it. The only way you're ready for it is if you prepared yourself. If you didn't prepare yourself, you're hiding behind mommy's skirt. And no woman wants a man like that. I basically summed it up. If you're really interested, there's a great professor, college professor. I think he teaches in Canada. His name is Jordan Peterson. He really is very eloquent, and he can really sum it up really well. I'm gonna leave I like to do movie clips at the end. There's a movie with John Candy called Only the Lonely, and it's basically a movie based on an overbearing mother. And it shows the more cynical kind of mother who's manipulative, the nasty, the angry, the passive aggressive, insulting. You aren't good enough. You can't do anything without me. And at the same time, when the girlfriend shows up, because this scene is he introduces his new girlfriend to his mother. Oh, she just tears into her. But, hey, I'm just kidding. It's just a joke. We've all seen this kind of behavior. And inevitably, she gets up and leaves. I'm just going to show this clip, and that's about it. Okay, I am going to be away for a while. I am going on vacation with the wife. We're going to Aruba. So I am not going to be putting up any videos for about, I'd say about a week and a half, which is why I put up so many this week. But I hope you like this last one. I've been wanting to do this one for a while. I just had to sit down and do some research. And I hope me and my wife have a great time with all this. I've heard you got to go away and you got to still wear a mask and things close early and blah, blah, blah. We're going to make the best of it. But stay safe, people. Share, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you soon.
Ma, promise me you'll be on your best behavior.
Oh, I will.
Okay, thank you. There she is.
Where are her breasts?
What?
She's got no breasts. Did she have some sort of an operation?
She's fine. It's her dress. It's just a little big on top, that's all.
Is she anorexic or anything?
No.
Well, if she goes to the bathroom more than 3 times during dinner, that's a sign she's bulimic.
What?
She's throwing up what she just ate in the bathroom.
Oh, please. Hi.
Hi.
How are you? Ma, this is Teresa. Teresa, this is my mother.
I'm pleased to meet you, Mrs. Muldoon.
Rose, I'm Rose.
Rose.
Oh, that's a lovely dress you're wearing.
Isn't it?
Well, thank you.
Even though it is a little big on top.
Ma.
Well, it is. You said so yourself.
Ma.
No, that's a problem I have. I'm not really that endowed on top.
No.
You're built like a 13-year-old boy.
Mom, would you please don't start?
It's a joke. I'm trying to make jokes here. I'm trying to lighten things up a little.
Okay. Thank you.
Would anyone like to order a cocktail?
Yes.
Oh, I'll have a glass of beer. And don't try to sneak any of that sour imported swill off on me at $6 a bottle. Just a plain glass of Budweiser.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir? I'll have beer, just any beer. It's fine.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll have a vodka double on the rocks.
Good.
A vodka drinker.
Well, Ma, Teresa's probably a little nervous, being here with us and all. You can understand that.
It's the first signs of alcoholism.
What?
I read it in Reader's Digest.
Rose, I can assure you I'm not an alcoholic.
Oh, denial. That's another symptom. The article said that 1 shot of vodka was equal to all of the calories in a ham sandwich.
Good. Maybe I'll gain some weight and grow breasts for you.
That's funny. Growing. Let's order, shall we? Shall we order? Teresa? Ma? Well, I know what I'm having.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'll have the shrimp cocktail, please. And the Caesar salad, no anchovies. And the prime rib, medium.
Very good.
Make that medium rare.
Very good, sir.
Thank you. There you go.
Thank you. Ma'am?
I'll have the grilled chicken.
Good.
That's all.
Don't you want an appetizer?
No, thank you.
Don't push it.
Ma'am?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing for me.
Ma.
Just bread.
Ma.
Bread's fine, thank you.
Thank you. Are you trying to ruin this dinner?
I'm trying to save you $50. I'll fill up on bread here, and then I'll eat something when I get home.
I don't believe this.
Now, Teresa, Danny tells me that you're Sicilian.
Yes. Part.
Part.
My father is Sicilian. My mother was Polish.
Polish.
Yes.
Polish.
I meant to tell you.
Polish?
Polish.
I had a Polak friend once. She was incredibly stupid.
Oh, don't do this, Ma.
Julie Kapowski. She was the stupidest woman that I ever knew. She believed that black cows squirted chocolate milk.
I think it's better if you and Danny have dinner alone.
Oh, Teresa, wait, please.
Why don't you have my grilled chicken? Cut it up in small pieces and devour it. You seem to be very good at that.
Teresa,